Do you care about the Commonwealth Games? Do you really? Have you thought about it? Is it something that you've given a lot of deep thought to? Do I actually care about the Commonwealth Games? I don't know if it's an easy question to answer until the games roll around and we actually get to see some of these athletes. It is what it is. We know it's not going to be the world's best. I think Usain Bolt is only running in the relays, not in terms of the individual competition. Other top athletes will probably stick themselves out of it. I think the true acid test for the Commonwealth Games would be if they flagged it and they did not exist anymore, would they be missed? And until that point in time, who's to know whether you really truly care about the Commonwealth Games? We're accepting of them, we know they're there, we'll probably watch them because we like sport, but it's not until they would be gone then I think you would actually know whether you really cared about them or not.
Yes, of course we care. Absolutely we care about the Commonwealth Games, and we care because, not because we don't know that it's actually like a second division event in the world of athletics and most of those sports. It's because we're playing, and a lot of it is to do with the history of the event. I kind of changed my mind on the Commonwealth Games. I used to be a bit kind of like, oh yeah, the Commonwealth Games, but look, we want to win the sevens because that's at Brazil in the Olympics. We want to win the netball, and we want to win that clay shoot bird trap thing that they convinced.
So do we care about the Commonwealth Games? I think we should care about the Commonwealth Games. We've got a great history in it, only once every 4 years. Now what, do the medals mean as much as they used to? Some events absolutely not. What the Commonwealth Games does do, it certainly gives athletes who have Olympic aspirations the opportunity to experience an Olympic Games village, an opening ceremony and media scrutiny that they will ultimately not get at competing at individual events in their own chosen sport. It's the peripheral things that can often be the difference between winning and losing, i.e. understanding those things that you can't always control but you need to get your head around. Hamish Carter, a great example, back in 2000, went to an Olympic Games, maybe got caught up on it all, didn't achieve. 4 years later, Commonwealth Games in between, in Manchester, he wins a gold medal. And yes, we should care, because after all, it's the black singlet, it's the silver fern, it's an opportunity for our smaller sports, our so-called smaller sports, which ironically are actually global sports internationally, to stand up and shine. However, I'm sure that the netball and the sevens will still dominate the coverage, as disappointing as that can be. So yep, looking forward to the swimming, looking forward to the track and field, and of course looking forward to the cycling. And can you actually believe Martin Devlin, honestly believe, can you honestly believe Martin Devlin will not support the Crusaders now? Devlin say the Crusaders are going to win. How can you want an Australian or a South African team to win Super Rugby?
I hope that
I did care about the Commonwealth Games, but that was when I was a lot younger and they were a lot more relevant. And I think if you look back with your rose-tinted spectacles, a lot of us sports fans of my era anyway, a wee bit younger, will have wonderful memories of what the Commonwealth Games was. But that's the operative word, isn't it? Was. It no longer has its place in global sport. It just doesn't. It's been surpassed by the Olympic Games, it's been surpassed by the professional nature of all the sports involved when it was in its halcyon days. It's a wee bit of a relic. I'm quite frankly amazed it's still going and it's still getting funding to actually go ahead. I'll look at it fondly with some of the sports that New Zealanders are going to excel in, and that's going to be great, but it's at the wrong time of the day. Let's face it, it's the middle of the night. I'll hit my sky for a few of the key events. When push comes to shove, I'll be watching my motorsport and my rugby and my rugby league instead. I'm real sorry, like 74 special time in everyone's heart. I'm a Christchurch boy. My uncle told me he helped design Queen Elizabeth II Park, but that was then, this is now. Maybe if they added darts, I might be all over it. It was nearly a triple 20. It was a 1, but it was nearly a triple 20. You don't look